You know, my kids aren't gonna be 14 and 13 again. Each time we packed up camp and left, there were memories made and cherished at that place, at that campground, and yet there was anticipation of, hey, what's gonna be next several hours ahead of us on the road.
You know, leaving Flagstaff. Flagstaff's one of my favorite places. It's just gorgeous.
All right, on to Moab.
But as we drove, the vegetation kind of disappears. There's only rocks, but then those rocks tend to like build on themselves and they grow in color and in mass and in shape.
I'd always heard of Moab and I'd never been there. And when I got there and just saw miles and miles of this, what they called slick rock, and all the granite and all the sand and like everything put together, it was basically an outdoor playground for wheels.
It was pretty unreal. It was just red, slick rock covering everywhere.
Especially every boy, you know, you grow up and you love to drift. You know, you love to spin donuts and just, you know, pop it in two-wheel drive and get on some sand and just get it loose. And this was an area where we were allowed to do it. Nobody was gonna yell at you.
I was really surprised how well my dad performed on it, because I never knew that he off-roaded when he was a kid. He's always been Mr. Cautious, but behind the wheel of Yamaha, he became a kid again.
Do I feel safe? No.
I can't wait till I get my driver's license and I can just tear up those roads.
I love mountain biking because you get up the hill and you get the reward of going down, and it's kind of like life. Like you have difficult moments of going up the hill, but then the view and the rewards are pretty spectacular.
When you're on, you know, two little wheels that you're pedaling around and you're going up and down these hills, you know, for me as a dad, I was then again put back, just like with rafting, you know, really kind of put in that, I hope everybody makes it up and down okay.
Throughout the first half of the trip, there's 3 bikes, which none of them I owned. So that was pretty cool. I was ready. I was like, okay, I'm happy. But then my parents are like, oh, here's another bike. And I kind of got sucked into that one.
You know, the off-roading's fun, but the reward that comes when you physically pedaled every single pedal stroke at a time up the hills to enjoy the downhill and the rush of it makes it so worthwhile.
About halfway through our mountain bike ride, my mom hits a rock and takes a little tumble over the handlebars, and she got right back up, which was really cool because she does that a lot and she, you know, perseveres through stuff like that.
Yeah, I told you guys I was
So falling didn't really just surprise me at all. I kind of had, you know, envisioned, okay, just don't do that. And that's exactly what I did.
My mom totally face planted on the rock, but kept going because she knew she needed to. And it's been inspirational because when you fall, you got to get right back up even if you don't feel like it.
Kids always watch how their parents fall. So even when Dana was very little, I told her to be a tough girl. And that came with a big price because I had to model that toughness. There was no other option but to get up and keep going and then enjoy the overlook over the river together.
My mom, she's tough.
We found some amazingly beautiful campsites that we just stumbled upon. No reservations, like in Moab, we just pulled up and found an amazingly beautiful spot.
We're in that amazing campsite of a cave with the red rocks surrounding us, and then to pull out the elk steaks that we had shot in Idaho. It's just an amazing experience to take such a memorable time that I had with Adam and bring that meat into that campground in Moab, and to blend those two experiences is just, it's an amazing thing, and it's wonderful to have the opportunity to do that.
You know, odds are the 4 of us will probably never enjoy Moab again the same way that we just did. But yet, we each might make it back there at some point. Maybe my kids do someday with their friends. And that's one of the cool parts about being together as a family, is just seizing the moment one day at a time.